Hello everyone, welcome to the intro presentation of the chat system team of BreazeHome 5.0. Our project owner and mentor for this project is Mr. Sajadi. The team members were Louis Alroff, Tori Joman, and Mark Cameron. So the project definition is BreazeHome is an academic project originated and led by Dr. Mr. Sajadi to help his students learn the agile software development in the context of a web-based real estate application that provides property information and services for homebuyers, sellers, renters, and realtors. BreazeHome is designed to be simple and to have an intuitive user interface in order to provide the best experience for its end users. So with the current system of BreazeHome, the website has a chat button on the bottom right of every web page, where it is only accessed by registered users. When the user clicks on the chat button, it will display the chat log, where it will display the sent and received messages to the users, and each message will display the username, the text message, and the time that has been sent or received. And the chat mainly acts like a lobby for everyone, clients and agents, which there is no way to distinguish which one is which. And there is also an attachment button, which the user can only attach images. And there's currently no way for users of BreazeHome to communicate in a timely or convenient fashion with specific users that may be involved with a potential transaction, and that the problems with the current live chat of BreazeHome are there is no one-to-one personal live chat conversations, meaning there was only a lobby where everyone is chatting in there, and every user in the chat room has the same status, or there was no user type of agent, and the lobby is not scalable as the amount of users increases. So here's the screenshot of the current system of the lobby. As you can see, these are all the messages that received, labeling the username on top. Inside is a text message, and to the bottom right is the time sent. And on the bottom left of the chat box is the image attachment, and next to it is the input field to send the messages. And for the project management, we have used the agile methodology, where in the beginning of each sprint we did the sprint planning, and after that is the daily days of the daily scrum meetings, and towards the middle of the sprint is the sprint checkpoint meeting, and towards the end of the sprint is the sprint review and sprint retrospective meetings. And for the requirements of the use cases, here is the BreazeHome system divided into two subsystems, the BreazeHome desktop system and the BreazeHome chat system. And the two actors for this system are the client actor and the agent actor. And the three main use cases that we have developed are the search agent results, where we have implemented a finding an agent search page where clients can search their agents and chat with them, which this is where the starting the private chat use case takes place, where both the client actor and the agent actor will have a one-to-one private conversation. And the last big use case is the receive unread message notifications. Once the actor has received a message, they'll be notified, and to be notified of a unread message notification. And these are all connected to the BreazeHome chat system, where these will have the use cases of the messages to render and create, as well as the connection of the user channel and the private channel, as well as tracking the presence of the user. As for the system design of the architecture, we have the presentation tier, which is the BreazeHome desktop website. And there, the front end we have used is the AngularJS, the Node.js, HTML, Bootstrap, and SCIS. For the delivery tier, it is the chat API of the Phoenix framework, which is implemented in Elixir. And we got the data aggregation tier, which is the BreazeHome CRUD interface services, which stands for create, read, update, and delete. And we have used this for mostly reading and creating messages, as well as retrieving the users. And last is connecting to the fundamental data tier, which is the BreazeHome database, which we have used PostgreSQL. And here is the system deployment, which we have used Docker. And the BreazeHome is contained in Docker containers hosted on a FIU server, and the three main containers are the database, the API, and front end. And in order to deploy BreazeHome, this command will be used, the docker-compose-up-d command, which will start up all the separate Docker containers. And here is the minimal class diagram. And the main class is the chat service, where it's connected to 3 other classes: the chatbox directive, the chat API, and the agent profile controller, which then is connected to the agent controller. And the user stories that we have implemented for this semester are the start chat of the client, the typing indicator, the agent search views of the client, the unread message notification, the chat conversation list, the user online status, display agent results, pagination, go to agent results and refinement, sort the agent results, and finally agent rating and review system at the backend. So now I'll be doing a quick demo for all of our user stories. So I'm going to switch the screen over to the main screen here. So now I'm going to be going to the main BreazeHome website, and on the top right is the login button. So now I'm going to log in as a client. So this is the username and a password. So this client's name is testbot. So on the top you can see all these navigation links, and we have implemented the page of finding your agent. So once the client clicks on this link, we're going to be linked to the finding your agent webpage. So the first user story implemented was the displaying the agent results, which these are all the results that have been listed with the name, the contractor, the location, the certifications listed, and the contact info. And all these results can be filtered using the search bars. So I can filter by the first name, so I can say Peter. I can delete. I can search by last name, let's say Jeffrey. So here's Jeffrey. And I can lastly filter by location, so Coral Springs. So these are all the users agents by Coral Springs. And if there's no agent that was listed, let's say agent, there's no agent named agent, which will say no results found. So this is it for the displaying the agent results. Next is the pagination user story. So this takes place when it was discovered that there will be too many agent results displayed, which will take up a long list, which will have a long scroll to scroll through. So this is where pagination takes place, and it's going to splice up each of the agent results into different pages. So they have 12 records, which we have 9 entries. It's going to display 9 and 3, totally up to 12. And this is extending the pagination feature, so I can decrease this to 3 entries per page. So it's going to have 3 entries per page. I can go next, previous, last, and first. So that's that part of the pagination user story. And next is the list and toggle view, switching the views of the user story. So currently we are in the list view. It's just listed in a linear view, and the client can toggle to the grid view listed on this icon here, which will then display the same information but in a rectangular format, which will have a profile of the agent right here. And then the client can go back to the list view, click on this icon, and it will be listed back in linear format. And that's that for the agent list grid view for that user story. And the next user story is the sorting the agents. So this toggles opens the sorting features by the name, by the rating, and by the location. So once the client clicks on the name, so I'll decrease this back to 3. This is 3, 9. So I can sort by name, by A to Z, Z to A, and by rating from high to low, so 5 to 0, low to high, 0 to 5, and by location, so A to Z and C to A. So that's that part of that sorting the agents user story. So now is the filtering the agents user story. So once the user clicks on the filter button, the client can filter the agent by rating, by contractor, certificates, and area of expertise. So currently we're seeing all the ratings from 0 for no ratings to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if the client wants to click 3 and above, they'll click on here, which lists on 3, 4, and 5. And if the client did not apply the filters, which if they have closed, it will display an alert warning, which they have said you have not applied the current filter options, which then they can cancel and then apply the filters, which will then update the agent results. So you can see it shows 3 and higher for the agent results. And these can be selected by all. The contractors can be selected, deselected, as well as the certificates, and as well as entering the area expertise. So let's say here I reset the filters, and the agent results are back to the original filters. So here I can search by certificate here. So let's say Century, I'll do contractor first. So Century 21, apply. These are Century 21 filters, as well as resetting. And this I can do the Remax 2 also. So Remax and Century. So that's displaying both. You can multiple select filters, and I can as well select the certificates, selecting multiple. So I select CRS, so these are the abbreviations, CRS right here, and ABR. So selecting multiple filters, and that should be it for this story of filtering the agent results. So now I'm going to head towards an agent profile now. So I'm going to head towards Peter. So you can see the rating of Peter and the reviews by Peter. So another user story was the ratings part of the reviews. So since this account has rated an agent here, which I have rated an agent of 3.0, and there was another user that has rated an agent of 4.0. So when those have total up here, 4 and 3, those have averaged up to 3.5, which is correct. And once the rating has been reviewed, those have saved, you have already reviewed this agent. So now I'm going to go to the chat with me now. I'm going to chat with this agent now, Peter Sierra. So I'm going to click on this contact link. Now that's going to open the chat room for Peter, which I have received a message from Peter, which I have already read. So now I'm going to reply to Peter now. Hey Peter, I'm back. So this is part of the starting the private chat user story, which I can send and receive messages, as well as there's another user story, the chat conversation list. I've sent a message to Peter, which has checking down my conversation. So you can see my current tone is 941, which matches. I've sent a message, which is correct. Hi Peter. And here are the other users I've chatted with. And here you can see received a message, how you're doing, that I have received from Mitch Jones. Once I clicked here, you can see I have received a message, how you're doing. And you can see I have redirected to his chat room. And if I click on Peter back, I'll be redirected to Peter's chat room. So now I'm going to be showing Peter's as an agent. So I'm going to be logging in using the login button. So Peter at agent.com. So here is another user story, the unread message notification. As you can see, once I have received a message from a client, I'll be connected to his channel now, which is like a queue. Once I refresh the page, I'll be reconnected to the next unread message and so on. So if the client sends another message, Now the message notification will update. So once the agent has opened the chat room, as you can see here, I received a message from testbot client. And once I close the chat box, now it's going to display no notifications, which means I've read the messages already. Once I open it back, you can see here's another user story implemented, the user align status. So you can see these are both green. Let's say the client went to another chat room, let's say Mitch Jones, then this is going to then the agent of the testbot client will display offline. If I connect back to Peter for the client, then they're both going to display online again. And another part of the user story is the typing indicator. So once I type a message, so testbot is going to type a message, typing. Now you can see it's displaying the typing indicator on the agent. Same thing for the agent typing to the client. It's going to display the notification typing. So this is checked by using the Phoenix presence, which is checking both the user align status and the user typing indicator. And now we have used the BreazeHome Django to get the user agents to be listed on this page of the finding agent results. And that should be it for this part of the intro video. And if you have questions regarding the intro video, please contact us using the email, phone, or Slack. And if you have any questions regarding the BreazeHome project, please contact Dr. Sajadi using this email. And thank you for your time.